Boring.
Tom watched TV. An infomercial for cat toys was on. He yawned, but then suddenly his ears perked up.
Cheese?
Across the room, Jerry Mouse sipped tea, reading the newspaper.
What's this, giant cheddar? At Mondo's? Today is my lucky day.
Jerry dashed out, cheese on his mind. Tom raced out the cat flap. He had to beat Jerry. That cheese was his. He sped down the street, a blur of blue fur. Meanwhile, Jerry took a shortcut through the sewers. Not glamorous, but fast. Tom screeched around corners, dodging grumpy dogs and baby carriages. His heart pounded as he navigated the bustling streets, weaving through the chaos with agility and determination. Every twist and turn brought new challenges, but Tom was relentless. He crashed into a trash can, sending garbage flying everywhere. The clatter echoed through the alley, but Tom didn't have time to worry about the mess. He quickly shook off the debris and continued his frantic race.
Oof! A passerby exclaimed as they tripped over the scattered trash, adding to the chaos of the scene.
He popped out, covered in banana peels. The slippery fruit clung to his fur, making him look more like a walking fruit salad than a determined cat. But Tom didn't let it slow him down. No time to lose. Jerry zipped through the sewer tunnels, leaping over puddles with the grace of an acrobat. The dark, damp environment didn't faze him. He was focused on his goal. Phew! He hated getting his whiskers wet. The cold water droplets clung to his fur, but he shook them off and pressed on, determined to reach Mondo's first. He popped out of a manhole cover right in front of Mondo's. Victory! The sight of the market filled him with renewed energy.
Drat! The frustration was palpable as Tom realized how close he had been.
Tom saw Jerry and growled. He was so close. The sight of Jerry's triumphant grin only fueled his determination. He sprinted towards the store, claws extended, his muscles tensed as he pushed himself to the limit, every step bringing him closer to his goal. He slammed into the automatic doors. They didn't budge. The impact left him momentarily dazed, but he quickly recovered. Jerry, already inside, grabbed the giant cheese. The sight of the enormous cheese wheel made his eyes sparkle with delight. Whoa, it was bigger than he was, but that didn't deter him. He braced himself and started pushing with all his might. He pushed it along with all his might, leaving a trail of cheese crumbs. Each step was a struggle, but Jerry's determination never wavered. He was going to enjoy this victory. Tom finally squeezed through the pet door, his fur ruffled and his eyes wide with determination. He had been chasing Jerry for what felt like hours, and he wasn't about to give up now. He spotted Jerry and the cheese, the golden prize glistening under the store lights. His heart raced as he prepared to make his move.
Get back here! Tom's voice echoed through the aisles, filled with frustration and determination.
He roared, giving chase with all his might. His paws pounded against the floor, each step bringing him closer to his elusive target. Jerry, pushing the giant cheddar, was surprisingly fast. His tiny legs moved in a blur, the cheese wheel rolling smoothly ahead of him. The chase was on. They zoomed through aisles, dodging shoppers and knocking over displays. The store was a whirlwind of chaos and excitement. Tom slipped on spilled milk, landing in a shopping cart. The cart took off like a rocket, adding to the mayhem. He zoomed past a furry blue missile. The wind whipped through his fur as he sped down the aisles. Jerry dodged a rolling pin thrown by a startled baker. The pin clattered to the floor, narrowly missing him. He squeezed under a closing door, the cheese barely making it. The door shut with a thud, cutting off Tom's path. He panted, exhausted. He had to lose Tom. His mind raced as he searched for an escape route. Tom, hot on his tail, leaped over the deli counter, scattering salami everywhere. He spotted Jerry, his eyes narrowing with determination. Ah! Jerry's squeak of surprise echoed through the store.
Gotcha now! Tom's voice was filled with triumph as he closed in on Jerry.
He pounced, his claws outstretched, ready to grab his prey, and landed headfirst in a chocolate cake. The sweet mess covered him from head to toe, leaving him dazed and defeated. Jerry, seeing his chance, pushed the giant cheese up a ramp. He reached the top, panting. He did it. The cheese was almost as big as him, but Jerry was determined. He had to get it to safety before Tom caught up. He looked down. Tom, covered in chocolate cake, was right behind him. The sight was both hilarious and terrifying. Jerry knew he had to act fast. The giant cheese wobbled. Tom lunged. Jerry squeaked. The tension was palpable as the cheese teetered on the edge. The cheese tumbled down, landing right on top of them both. It was a cheesy avalanche, and neither could escape its path. After a moment, Tom and Jerry poked their heads out, covered in cheese. They were a mess, but it was hard not to laugh at the absurdity of it all. They looked at each other. Then they started to laugh. It was a rare moment of camaraderie between the two eternal rivals.
Hey, want to share? Jerry asked, still chuckling.
Sure, Tom replied, nodding in agreement. It was a truce, at least for now.
For now, they were friends, until the next chase, of course, but in that moment, they enjoyed the peace and the shared laughter, knowing it wouldn't last forever.